Hey peoples, I'm back with the second video. As told to y'all, can't say promise because I ain't promised. I said I want to do the next video. See, that's another thing I'm working on. If I tell you I'm going to do something video-wise, I am being consistent with it, okay? Because, if I don't try to be consistent with it, then, your word is your bond, okay? Just pretty much. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. Grudges versus boundaries. Or should I say, when setting a boundary is looked at as a grudge. Or however, because it's all going to tie together. You see the title below because I ain't quite figured it out. But yeah, this is what we going to do. Okay. At some point in your life, you're going to have to set boundaries. Now, if you got a lot of people in your life, when you start setting boundaries, that's when motherfuckers going to start saying, you're acting funny. But that's the only way that you can clear out certain things in your life is when you start setting boundaries. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't expect for somebody not to cross a boundary that you never set, okay? It's like a lot of people be like, oh, I'm going to be friends with this person. I'm going to be friends with that person. I'm going to date this person or that person. And it's like, okay, this person never knew your boundaries, right? So they just start doing all kinds of little shits that just annoy the fuck out of you. And then you never mention it. You never say anything to the person. And then all of a sudden, every time they keep stepping on your toe, you keep holding it and holding it and holding it. And then when you do let loose and let people know, hey, this is what I get annoyed with you about. And then they go, oh, well, really? Oh, well, you're just acting catty or whatever like that. It's like, look, can you really be mad at the person if you didn't set boundaries? That's what make people hold grudges with you, because they will have it in their mind that you acting funny. When you set boundaries, the only people that are going to be mad about you setting boundaries are the motherfuckers that intended on crossing them. So a lot of times people will love bomb the shit out of you before you get a chance to set a boundary. Like, you know what? I like this person. They nice. I feel like they ain't going to cross no boundaries with me. And then you find out they will. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes they will. Now, it's looked at as a grudge, like I said, when you don't tell the other person. When the communication is not clear. Say you don't tell... Who do I want to say? Somebody's name I don't know. When you don't want to say Tim, okay? Tim and... Okay, we're just going to say two brothers, whatever, like that. We're going to say Tim and Twan. Whatever, we're just going to make up some names. I don't know nobody with these names. Okay, so Tim and Twan. Both of them decided, wait, I do know a Twan, but from a long time ago. But anyway, he was real sweet. Tim and Twan, okay? Twan never told Tim his boundaries. Tim overstepped some boundaries that Twan never opened up and told to Tim. So how can Twan get mad that Tim stepped on his boundaries when he never told him what's the dealio? Like, if you got people just popping up at your house all random and shit, it's like, okay, if you set a boundary and be like, look, we cool and everything, but the latest I expect company is probably like 9 or 10 because I got a family and this and that. Or maybe tonight I want to say about like 11 or 12 because I don't got to go to work till later on in the afternoon the next day. And the person decides instead of coming at 11 or 12, they want to pop up at 1 o'clock, or even worse, try to video chat you at 1:30 a.m. just to be like, hey, dog, you busy? Okay, that's crossing a boundary. If you was told, because I knew somebody that I told her, oh, you can come to my house anytime you want to. This bitch took it literal and showed up at my home at 12 a.m. when I was married, okay, with some tight coochie pants on, some tight leggings on, a V-neck cut shirt. When I was married to the pastor, she came like, and then she was leaning on the door like this. And then so I told him about it, and he say, well, you did say she could come anytime she want to. Be like, but a bitch should have enough sense to be like, that means, normal people think, okay, during, certain hours or whatever like that, y'all excuse the music outside because I'm still gonna record. But anyway, boundaries are meant to be made for people with no common sense. Because let some folks tell it, sense ain't common these days no more. It's really not. People just assume that, okay, what's right in their mind, it's okay to do to somebody else. But if the person did that to them, then they'd be highly offended, okay? That's where grudges come in when boundaries are not set, honestly. But when boundaries are set and a person's get mad or whatever like that, grudges come from that too. You know what I'm saying? Being like, why this person want to be trying to be tip top this, tip top that, cracking down on shit. Or like now, with the fact that I'm starting to meet new friends and, boundaries already get set from the jump, okay? Like, I have a work bestie, okay? And I talk to outside, actively talk to outside, okay? We both vowed to each other that, look, if I piss you off, you need to tell me, because we don't need to talk bad about each other to nobody else. We need to fix that shit in private so we can, if we gotta get mad, and cry it out or whatever, and then go back and wipe our tears, hug and walk back in the door like ain't shit happened. That's handling shit like adults. Thankfully, it ain't never got to that point, and hopefully not. But you know what I'm saying? It's been instances where, I'd be like, okay, well, I want to talk about this. And it's been instances to where she'd be like, you know what? Well, I want to talk about that. We talked about it, got over it. And honestly, when you talk about your disagreements with your friends, that's supposed to make y'all's bond stronger instead of a person having secret animosity because you told them, say, dog, you make me uncomfortable with this. Or, I know me and you cool about this, but I don't want this person to know. You know what I'm saying? It's like when that's understood that what you and people you close to, it might be some similarities that you have with somebody you close to that somebody else close to them don't have. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has their little niche, their friendship niche. The thing is this. Got a friend that'll tell me, you know what? This is what I think. I think you need to be more assertive because, yeah, you strong and whatnot, but I notice sometimes you shrink back. And then you got to sit back and look at it and be like, you know what? This person don't hate my guts. Are they telling me right now? When a total stranger say that, I'd be like, how do you know that? Like, how do you know that? But if it's somebody that you know and they telling you, look, don't shrink back your personality for somebody else to suit their ass. Be who the fuck you are and weed the fuck out. Weed everybody else the fuck out, okay? I've had friends that'd be like, you know what? You need to know when to shh. And you need to know when to talk. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to somebody pissing you off, be like, don't say that right there. Think about it. Think about it. Think about what could be the outcome if I say this to this person. I have a friend that'll tell me that different like that too. Be like, okay, think about what you say out your mouth because once you say it, sometimes you can say something that'll hurt a motherfucker real bad. All the sorry in the world ain't gonna take that back. So you should be like, shh. Don't do it. I know you're mad at so-and-so, but don't fucking say it like that, So, yeah, I would, and some of this stuff is like I'm learning it like as I go along, you know what I mean? Like, because some of the best, because people like to say, oh, you don't go to work to make friends. No, you don't. But sometimes you might make a friend at work, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all are not on that mode to where y'all feel like y'all got to compete with each other. See, only people who feel like they got to compete with you in a workplace is not interested in getting to know you, okay? Because I've never really had a problem making friends at work before. It's just now with the fact that my mind is totally somewhere else, like focusing on real fucking life matters, as opposed to where other people is worried about hot topics like what's on TV and, you know, who's fighting who and who doesn't like who and who fingernail polish is chipped, who broke a toenail, who fell down outside, who spilled hot coffee on their titty, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes it's cool to have certain little chit chat. Say it's y'all, two of y'all, and y'all both had a fucked up day at work, and y'all just like, damn, did you see this, dog? Do you see that happen to me? Or did they tell you, dog, you see that happen to me? Be like, yeah, that was fucked up. We gotta fix ourselves, you know, and don't go to work tomorrow acting like this or acting like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all can both, cause y'all was there and y'all both saw what the fuck both of y'all went through. So y'all was like, you know what? Yeah, that was fucked up. How could we could have done that differently? Yeah, critique your day. That's something that I'm starting to do more of now. Be like, okay, critique my day to myself. Like, I don't have to go to somebody else and say, how did you think that I done today? How do you think that I done today? Did you like my work today? Manager? Coworker? Did you like how I helped you run your food today? Did you like that? You know, no, I don't. It's nothing like that. It shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? When it's a clear, open understanding of what two parties want in a friendship, then all else can be worked out. But non-communication or somebody starting shit and another person don't want to admit their faults. It's like, I've seen this before more than one time. Once in my own family and once out in the open in the workplace at one point. It was like a person will do some shit. They'll do all they can to just, they will deliberately fucking chunk shit at your ass and like pop you dead in the middle of your forehead. And then get mad at you because you told them, say, you knew that you was aiming for, you know, you was aiming below the belt, or you know you was aiming for the head, like straight to the head or whatever like that. And then they want to start being like, well, now. They start loud talking. You be like, now. You know what? I don't even want to deal with you. I don't want to hear this conversation. You know, my blood pressure, da. You got motherfuckers who do that. They will take their ailments. They be like, now, you know, I got a baby toenail. They just be bothering me sometime. And child, you know, my pressure pills, I got to go pick them up from Walgreens or wherever like that. It's like, I don't want to hear that shit. You wasn't worried about your blood pressure too much when you was throwing fucking rocks and I decided to confront your ass. So don't fall back on that playing the victim shit. Or somebody do some shit and be like, well, I got 5 tiny kids at home. I got 3 tiny kids at home. I ain't got time to be worried about no drama. No, bitch. The drama originated from your mouth. So if you fuck around and lose your job, then you can't be hollering by telling people, well, I got kids. Well, bitch, your kids should have been your motivation to keep your motherfucking mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? That should have been your motivation. If you know they all under the ages of 5 or 6 years old, shut your motherfucking mouth. Okay? Shut your mouth. Because eventually you gonna meet your match and you gonna understand that a motherfucker, if they really don't like you, they not gonna give no fucks about how many kids you got. If you disrupting the goddamn order of things, they'll be like, you know what, bitch, maybe this is a learning lesson and you taking care of a man at home that ain't working, just laying down, eating the baby cereal, drinking up the goddamn Capri Sun and shit, and this not even the children's father. Yeah, I said it. Because you got people out here will do that shit. Be like, you know what? I love him. Okay, but is he even trying to get up and go get a job at McDonald's, or at least McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Or the grocery store. Because the grocery store, if you a sacker at the grocery store, they pay you like once a week. Okay? They pay you once a week. Or if you could even much go work at Whataburger, they pay you once a week. Payday is every Thursdays. Well, when I worked at Whataburger some 13, 14, 15, 14, 15 years ago, whatever like that, I know they got paid once a week. And that wasn't enough for me, so I went and got a second job somewhere else, so that way I got that once a week check, and then I got that every 2 week check, and that checked and balanced on the bills, okay? So yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. I said all that to say this. When you don't set boundaries, Sometimes other people will come in and disrupt shit. Or you don't even, you or the person you talk to, neither one of y'all set boundaries, and y'all just felt like it was okay to be, I can say what I want to, or I can do what I want to this person, because if they confront me or check me on my shit, I'm going to tell them, I just had knee surgery. Or, I broke my nail today and it's in the meat, and I haven't got a chance to make it to the nail shop because, the lady had an emergency and she had to go pick up her baby from school, because I'm just using that shit as an example. Saying, oh, I got to go pick up my baby from school because the baby was, sick or whatever like that. You knew the baby was sick before you took the baby to school. Okay? Most parents know that. If your child head feel hot, don't send them to school. But some people will do shit on purpose just to say, hey, I'll have a way to get out. I'll just use that person as like my way out if I need to get out. Like, no, it doesn't matter what you got going on in your personal life, good or bad, especially if it's bad. Don't go starting shit with people and think that they're not supposed to come and try to check you, which boundaries should have set and then that been set and then that never would have happened. Some folks would do that and be like, well, I just went to the dentist. I had a tooth pulled. Oh, you know what I have? Oh, what? Yeah, two of my family members like that. Be like, please don't worry, because da-da-da-da-da. Be like, no, wait a minute. You felt the need to go hard and get it in with me. But when I confront you on your actions, all hell break loose. It's not even going to be like that. So when you have something going on in your life, which we all do at certain times, don't pick at other people. Or if you do some shit like that, be like, you know what? I'm sorry. You're right. I probably had an attitude because I haven't been feeling well lately. I'm dealing with this or I'm dealing with that. Even that is acceptable. But how many times though? If you do it one time, I forgive it. But the next time it's like, wait a minute. Okay, we already know after her dental appointment, she start acting stank-a-dank. She get crazy because, when the pain hit her and the pain medicine wear off or whatever like that, then that's when she start acting crazy. So now we're going to have to get away from her. It's like then people start knowing your moods. But at the same time, it should not be like that. Don't throw fucking stones. If you live in a fucking glass house, okay? If you know your ass is fragile, don't do other shit to other people. Because then when they confront your ass, then it's going to be like, I'm dealing with this. It's like you're trying to gaslight a motherfucker into feeling sorry for speaking up for themselves. I think to fuck not. Anyway, next video is going to be on a little bit lighter note, but this video had to be made. Of course, because somebody watching this probably dealing with this or have dealt with it and you want to know how to deal with it. No. Deal with people. This is what I do. I deal with people how they deal with me. If I switch up on you, ask yourself, what did you do to make me switch up on you? Because and then I don't just switch up on nobody for no reason. I will tell you the problem I have. And if you ignore it, act like it didn't happen, I'm going to tell you one more time. You ignore it, act like it didn't happen, then I'm going to just fade to black. Fade, and I'll be a backup singer till I drop the mic and then go into the back and then just start dancing until I disappear from in the back of the curtain. You know what I'm saying? That's how I exit your life. I'll start being your duet partner. Your duet partner, just whatever like that, just swaying and singing. I'll be your duet partner. And then all of a sudden, you can let my arm go and I'll let your arm go too. And then I'll fade off into the background and just, so that way the onlookers don't be like, what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? Because I got that much class about myself. I do have an ugly side though. But now, why would I do that though? I let your arm go, fade back into the background, probably, act silly, kind of twerk it off a little bit, and then dance my way slowly behind the curtain and be like, to the crowd. So they be like, damn, where your partner at? She slowly danced her way to the back and got the fuck out. And that's how I'm finna just be moving out of folks' damn life. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that I won't be supportive of the things that you are doing if that's really your passion. You can part ways with a person without being ugly. Unless they make you take it there. You know what I'm saying? It's just facts.